So, family, it is time to pour the tea because the Fab Five is looking at a little less fabulous and a lot more fractured this morning. Who are we talking about? We're looking at a new report that dropped, and it's all about Karamo Brown and the absolute mess going on behind the scenes of Queer Eye. Now, if you've been following this saga since Bobby Burke left the show, you already know that there are rumors that there is a toxic environment on the set of Queer Eye. Now, they said it was a mean girl situation. They said Tan France and Karamo allegedly formed a clique to push Bobby out. They said the vibes on set were toxic. Notice how I said that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now Karamo is finally speaking out, and he is not holding back. This is what he had to say about his absence on the press junket for the new season of Queer Eye.
Hey, Jenna and Chanel, congratulations on becoming the most amazing duo on daytime TV. I just want to say thank you to all the fans who supported us and rocked with us for 10 seasons. This new season is going to be amazing. You're going to love every minute of it. And just like the themes of this season, I'm modeling what I believe is most important, which I want to remind you all. Love yourselves and protect yourselves. That's why I'm here at home and not there. But continue to watch the show. The crew worked on it and did an amazing job. I want to shout out to the crew. I want to shout out to all the fans. I want to shout out to the executives from Netflix. Thank you for having me for 10 seasons.
Wow. Okay. Just listening to that little bit, Linus, did you notice that something was missing?
I noticed that not one of the five were mentioned.
Not a bit. So as we look at this moment, we're wondering what actually happened, because the rumor is that there was a hot mic moment recently that led Karamo to say, you know what, let me sit down. Let me sit this one out. And apparently it's with the cast, because if it was not with the cast, he would be sitting on that couch. When the cast members heard Karamo's assertions and his video remarks, this is their response. And I want y'all to listen closely.
Okay. Well, to see that, to hear that, were you surprised that he's not here today?
I think definitely a little surprised, but at the same time, like, look, we're so sorry that he's not here. We fully support, I think, as a collective unit, him taking care of himself. Mm-hmm. And to echo what he's saying, we're here to honor the legacy of a decade, which is so wild to think about, and all of the heroes that we helped, and to just really put a spotlight on the incredible heroes we have this season in DC.
Do any of you have anything you want to say?
To be fair, the show was never about us. Yes, we were the faces of the show, but the show is about our heroes, and we got to bring people together in what I think is the most beautiful way. And I think the legacy of the show is such positivity and beauty, and just trying to make this world a better place. And I'm so proud of what we've achieved. Yeah. So proud, including Karamo, what we've all done together. I think that the work that he has done, and the rest of us, I think has been profound.
Linus?
That was okay, so let me say this. I hate when you're in that work environment and you're around people that try to pretend as if everything smells like roses when clearly there's shit on the floor, okay? And that's what that was for me. They were very much pretending as if, oh no, it was never about us. It's about the veterans. It's about the work that we're doing. It's also about a toxic work environment. That's what is being alleged. See, if I were the journalist interviewing them, I'd be a little more hard-hitting. I would have bounced back on that. Because we're not just going to let this fly in the air. Like, we're not going to address the elephant in the room, which is, if you have allegations of a toxic work environment, are they true?
Right, exactly. It's disappointing, because here you are, you're supposed to be the healers, the cast, if you will. They're the front facing of this. So if you're walking into people's homes to help them feel better about themselves and their environment and their look and all of the things, then you ought to sit in that, on those seats where you're talking about it. And even if you can't be specific, at least be direct. Don't do this, but it's not about us. But it is. You're the host. You're the people we see on the camera. So
you're supposedly the healer.
Yeah.
The entire premise of this show is that you together, through your combined efforts, are changing lives. So if we don't believe that your combined efforts are fruitful, positive, or healthy, then this does change the dynamics of how we see the show. You can't just say, just continue to watch the show. Like, we're not, you have to address this. Otherwise, the show is hollow.
And then people go looking for the story. So the main thing that you need to do is, even if it's not for real, and this is me doing PR right now, even if it's not for real, Karamo is an important part of the show. And we are so disappointed that he feels some type of way and that he's not here on the sofa with us. And we hope that after we finish this press junket, that we can all sit down and figure out how we can mend fences and da-da-da-da. That's the politically correct statement to make without as you said, taking any blame, without saying we're at fault, but to let that black man and the viewers at least assume that that black man is important to the cast.
And that's what else I want to say. There's another piece that they're missing. Looking at that entire panel and having them just say, oh, it never was about us. I want you to realize that looks crazy. Because what you're missing is that he represents the one demographic that was barely represented on the show, and he represents black people.
Right.
And so what black queer people specifically. So what you need to do is make sure that you are not telling your black queer audience, you don't matter. We can do this without you. It was never about your representation anyway, because he does represent us. So it is about him. It is about representation of black people on the show, because somehow out of the 5 queer friends, there's only one black.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we want to know what you think. What are you feeling about this? How are you feeling about Queer Eye with -1? We would love to know what you think. Go down in the comments.